My name is Margaret. I am 83 years old, and for 57 years,
Mhm.
my son has believed something that is not true.
Because the day he was born, my sister asked me to do something that changed both of our lives forever. And I said yes. Not because it was easy, not because it was right.
But because sometimes love asks you to carry a secret for the rest of your life.
My sister Anna was 3 years younger than me. She had the kind of spirit people noticed when she walked into a room. Bright eyes, loud laughter, the sort of person who believed the world was kinder than it actually was. I was the opposite. Quiet, careful, the one who stayed home while Anna chased life wherever it led her. We grew up in a small town where everyone knew everything about everyone, or at least they believed they did. But there was one summer when everything in our lives changed. Anna was 19, and she fell in love. At least, that's what she called it. The man was older, much older. He was charming in the way some men are when they know exactly how much power their words have over a young girl. I never liked him. There was something about the way he spoke to Anna that made my stomach tighten. But by the time I realized how serious things had become, it was already too late. Anna was pregnant. And in our town, in 1967, that was not something a girl could survive without consequences. When our father found out, the house became very quiet. Not the peaceful kind of quiet, the heavy kind. The kind where every word feels dangerous. Anna cried for days. But our father did not shout. He did not argue. He simply said something that still echoes in my mind even now. This cannot become public. To him, reputation was everything, more important than truth, more important than feelings, sometimes even more important than family. There were only two options in his mind. The baby would either disappear through adoption or someone else would raise him. That someone became me. At the time, I was 26 years old. I had just been married for 3 years, and after many doctor visits and quiet disappointments, I had been told I might never have children. So when my father suggested the idea, everyone turned to look at me, as if the decision had already been made. Anna went into labor on a cold November night. I remember the hospital hallway more clearly than anything else. The pale lights, the smell of disinfectant, the sound of Anna in a room behind a closed door. Hours later, a nurse placed a tiny baby boy into my arms. He was warm, so small that his entire hand wrapped around just one of my fingers. Anna looked at him for a long time. She didn't cry. She didn't scream. She simply, something I will never forget. Please, let him believe you are his mother. Those were the exact words. Not, raise him for me. Not, take care of him. But, let him believe you are his mother. and I agreed. The next morning, we told the world the baby was mine. My husband signed the papers. Our parents nodded quietly. Neighbors brought flowers. Everyone believed the story. Everyone except the three people who knew the truth: Anna, my husband, and me. Anna moved away a year later. She said it was easier that way. She would visit sometimes during holidays. She always brought gifts, and she always watched my son with a strange mixture of love and distance. He called her Aunt Anna, and every time he said it, I saw something flicker across her face. But she never corrected him, not once. Children grow quickly. One day, they are small enough to carry in your arms. The next day, they are asking questions about the world. My son was curious about everything. He loved trains. He hated vegetables. He used to fall asleep on the living room floor with his toy cars scattered around him. And every time he called me Mom, I felt two things at the same time: joy and a quiet weight in my chest. Because the more I loved him, the harder the truth became to imagine. Anna never asked for him back, not once. But sometimes I would catch her watching him in a way that only a mother watches a child. And I wondered if she regretted her decision or if she believed she had saved him. When my son turned 18, Anna visited us alone. It was late evening. My son had gone out with friends. She sat across from me at the kitchen table and said something that made my heart stop. I think he deserves to know. For a long time, neither of us spoke. The clock ticked on the wall. A car passed outside. And finally, I asked the only question that mattered. Will it make his life better? Anna thought about it for a long time. Then she shook her head slowly. No, she said. It will only make it more complicated. So we left the truth where it had always been, between the two of us. Anna passed away 12 years ago. Cancer. It happened quickly. Before she died, she held my hand and repeated the same words she had spoken the night he was born. Let him believe you are his mother. My son is now 57 years old. He has children of his own. And last spring, he became a grandfather. Sometimes he calls me just to talk about ordinary things: the weather, his garden, the way his granddaughter laughs. And every Sunday, before we hang up the phone, he says the same words: Love you, Mom. And so here I am, 83 years old, holding a secret that has lived inside our family for more than half a century. My sister trusted me with her son, and I have loved him every single day of his life. But the truth has never been spoken. So I want to ask you something.
If you were in my place, tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And sometimes your words help more than you know.